Hey, it's Greg again, and Darrell's behind the camera, and this is Home Improvement 102, and this right here is a bad splice. I didn't really know what I was doing back a long time ago when I did this, and so I'm fixing it because we're selling the house. You can go to Highlands Real Estate out of Kings Mountain and look at that if you want to buy our house. It's a nice house, 98.5. We're really expecting God to sell it anytime. But I'm going to fix it, so let me get up there and we'll be back with you in a minute. So this is the old light, and it's properly wired from this point, but I'm using all the old stuff, so I'm taking it out of the ceramic, and I'm going to undo the wiring here in order to put it back. So I'm taking the hot off. This has got a self-contained switch, so once again we don't have to do a switch leg, which we'll handle in another episode. Anytime you're working with electrical, you want to be very careful. Definitely respect it. Many people have the misconception that, you know, if you just mess with a normal receptacle, kind of like this one over here, or this one right here that we worked on earlier, if you mess with one of those and stick your finger and get electrocuted, that it won't kill you. It's important. Just like the junction box, which this is serving as a junction box, what we'll do is we'll put one of the wires in here, and we've got some new wire here. Hold on to it with our teeth? No, I'm just joking. We'll hold on. We'll put it in. There's this hole here just to hold on to it. And we'll make a hole. Make a hole. Make a hole. And then what we'll do is we'll clean it out a little bit. And we'll come on in like that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this is going to be an interesting thing here, because before what we did is we had a splice here, and then we had another splice, and then it went into the box, which was completely wrong. Now, since I'm serving as a junction box, what I've got to do is I've got to free the wire here. Now, see, that's way too much once again, so we're going to pull it on up. But we take the wiring out, taking care not to cut the neutral or the hot. And we do this too. Come here. What I do is I put my finger, one finger behind it, and I kind of follow at a distance. That way, if it slips, I don't hurt myself. Believe me, I have. Anybody that works with electrical is going to get messed up with scratches and stuff. That's why, once again, I really recommend a nice lotion with lanolin in it. It's really nice. So here, this is just as simple as we're going to tie it up a little bit. See this?
So again, you're braiding it.
Yeah, that's right, Darrell. Good remembering. But this time, I'm not going to use my fine tool. I'm going to leave me a little pigtail right there. That's what you call it, a pigtail.
Now, Greg, why are you leaving a pigtail?
Well, you'll see that in just a minute, Darrell. The pigtail is going to be available for me to be able to hook up to this and ground it out. So, what I'm doing is I've already created my pigtail for my ground, but I've got to create a pigtail for my neutral and my hot, because I have to be able to get that pigtail into my my switch-borne light. So I'm just going to use just a standard piece of wire that I've cut off of the reel. Actually, this was extra that I had from the junction box job that I did. Always nice to keep your wire. Throw it in a bin or something, and you know, if you don't use it, just keep holding on to it, and in several months you'll have enough to take to the scrapyard. You know, and it brings a lot of money. You know, I'm not telling you that to go on top of a McDonald's and steal all the copper that you can find, because that's wrong. But
That's a sin.
if you save what you got here, then you can use it again, or you can melt the sheath off of it, and you can take it to the scrapyard. I was working with an electrician. Back when I was working with an electrician, we had a job that we did that was a little over 5,000 square feet. It's really important to keep all that you have left, but just throw it in a barrel or in a bin or something. Because when at the end of the day, if you can't use those pieces, if they're small like this, like we had a bunch of little small pieces like this, we melted them, and I took them to the scrapyard, and we had enough money to go out to lunch and I think dinner too. I think we made like a good $75 off of it. Of course, we offered to give that money, give that to the homeowner, but they said don't worry about it. A nice little bonus. It's always nice to have a special treat go out to supper. Makes a person feel nice.
Notice again how Greg is putting in the red caps on the pigtails and twisting them together with his hands and also with the Klein tool. That he's already done.
Just like the junction box, you push your wire switch. Doesn't have a ground built in, so this ground wire is kind of, you don't even need it. You just put it up in there for later, just in case you put another light on that it will work with. Use a drill, but if I'm in a hurry, I'm going to use a drill. You got to be careful though when using a drill, because what will happen, since this is ceramic, it may bust. And here what we're going to do is we're going to screw in the light bulb after we've got all the electrical done. Get up here and look at it good, make sure it's okay. I'm going to pull it. Another good job, well done. Remember what I was telling you about the green lead here. You want to make sure that the electrical is on or off. If I were going to work on this, what I would do is see it's got a little on-off button here, and that's off. That's on. You're going to stick it in and see if it works. Oh, that means it's hot. That means you don't want to touch it, or you'll get hurt.